Whew, okay, so big day today. Did a lot of stuff. So first and foremost, went live today on pretty much all the socials. Pushed out the what is Ideaprov video to everybody on there. Tepid reaction so far. It's like 2 or 3 people, which I kind of expected. And it's new, you know, it's going to take some people time to kind of get on board, figure out what it is. I haven't really put up an episode yet. So there's a lot of, I guess you could say, hurdles to climb, but it's exciting. You know, there's a lot of different things to see, to take into account. It's new. It's my own. Having a lot of fun with it. So I think that's definitely one of my learnings. It's just having a lot of fun with it, going through it, and having kind of the wherewithal to, 1, not judge myself, and 2, allow myself to make some mistakes, which makes things so much easier because you can just free flow. Also found one of my big takeaways was just these little sticky notes. I know sticky note is a terrible takeaway from a learning, but just the writing down of the 2 to 3 things that, or actually 3 to 4, sometimes 5, 6 things that, 1, I was able to accomplish today, which makes you really kind of feel good about the next day. 2, write down your 4 to 6 things that you want to accomplish tomorrow. So that way it keeps you focused. It keeps you from kind of deviating from what you might think and going to different places. Keeps you from being kind of negative, getting too high or too low, which kind of keeps the momentum flowing. And you just kind of look at it one day at a time. This is what I did today. Great. However, there's a new day tomorrow to be able to kind of tackle and stuff like that. But overall, okay, my light just fell. I forgot what my train of thought was, but things are going well in that regard. I did also notice one of my takeaways was YouTube is intense. So I posted the first video on there, and you have the ability to, post out to whatever, but I never really posted any videos on there. So the ability to add next video, the next content that you see, different cards and stuff like that, was initially very intimidating. And of course, I know I'll get better as things go along, but initially I was like, whoa, I knew it was intense, but I didn't know as intense. And I'm relatively pretty tech savvy. Obviously, I'm doing this kind of stuff. So that was kind of interesting to see. It was definitely fun to explore, and there's lots of different possibilities, especially with the TubeBuddy application that you can jump on board and do that with as well. So I think there's a lot of analytics and stuff that I'll be able to pull at a later date that will help videos and whatnot get a little bit more views, which I think will be really fantastic. Just in general, there's been a lot of stuff to handle, but I think that's been the fun part about it, and just not letting yourself get overwhelmed. And it's tough, but when you do it yourself and when you want to do it, it's definitely like rewarding. I'm gonna give it that. So like I said, setting those expectations and those learnings and kind of keeping you grounded. Went live. The process, like I said, with the sticky notes and whatnot has been working. Probably repeating myself, but I had to individually post on a couple of different mediums because I decided, although I went to using Crowdfire, I pushed out to 4 of them. So LinkedIn personal page, the Ideaprov page, Facebook page, and the Twitter profile. You could do the link, but not the video. So the video, unless I messed that up, but I was like, hey, more traction the better. So I went on my personal LinkedIn page and reposted the video. And so it's 2 posts going on today, I guess the 27th, as far as going live. that will be helpful. I also uploaded all the other video journals such as this onto the YouTube account, kept those kind of private, just so that way I can release them as I see content, and then also started pushing things one by one to the board. So I had the aha moment from the last video journal that I put on there. And we need more light. Okay, and we're back. There, from the last video journal, I decided to parse and chop that portion up. All right, we're running without it. Chop that portion up so that way no, I'm not telling ghost stories today. So that way I could see or add another piece of content to go for the other days. So I don't have, unfortunately, anything lined up for tomorrow, but I have to go into work tomorrow. So that'll be a change of scenery, but I still have to go ahead and create the jingle, as well as create, some more calendar of posts and work on the website. And then we'll have to restructure or recreate the audio trailer for Ideaprov, because it seems to be taking a long time just because I pulled the file in and decided to add it to its own track. So I'm going to pull in the vocals and then pull in the background audio into the soundtrack platform and put that in there together, and then try and download to see if it comes faster, so that way I can hit that aha moment and repost those together. So overall recap, as far as things that I learned, very intense, super happy. Keep yourself grounded with a couple of post-it notes and stuff like that, so that way you keep from day to day, you keep kind of pushing the same activity and the same level of engagement, so that way, one, you don't get demoralized, you don't get too high, too low, which is good. YouTube definitely takes practice. Going live feels amazing. So, but I do need to get some more co-creators ready to go and on deck. And then don't set any expectations for yourself. So those are a couple of learnings today. So I think we're pretty much wrapped up. Yeah, catch you guys tomorrow.